Some good hoops last night. That guy's a monster when he wants to be. Trae Young from damn near the logo, Timmy Hardaway, the logo, taking Boston out in Game 5. They were a double-digit favorite. Boston was last night. And Atlanta said, we don't care. No. We like playing basketball. We're going to keep playing basketball. And now there's a little pressure on Boston where they could have wrapped that series up last night, had a couple days off before starting the next series this weekend. Now they got to go back to Atlanta and win a game, because if they don't win that game, then you're talking about TBS, tight booty syndrome, starts invading that Boston Celtics locker room. But I want to show you just something here, Timmy. I want you to help me break this down. Mm-hmm. The final 15 seconds of last night's game was mind-boggling to me.
Okay.
Like, you're a guy that, outside of being a Hall of Famer, and we know about the crossover, right, that had a high basketball IQ, and you prided yourself on that. All right, so I just want to walk you through this, because 15 seconds left. You're going to watch, play the clip, guys. Trae Young's going to have the ball here, right?
Right.
Marcus Smart, man-to-man defense, twice reaches in, gets called for the foul, up by 1.
Didn't like that.
Stop it right there. Walk me through that.
I did not like that foul. I was like, play good defense, stay in front of him. You don't need to foul.
Right.
Make him shoot a hard shot.
Because it's not about the steal there. You're up by a point.
Right, you're up by a point. You just want to play good, solid, fundamental defense. He reaches. Twice. He reached. I mean, when I saw that play, when I was watching that play, I was like, why?
Right.
Why did you? And you crying. Yes, you fouled him. Look at him. You hit the ball out, and then you're going to run over him, basically.
All you got to do is play good man-to-man defense.
And you win the game.
So Trae Young makes both free throws there. So now Atlanta goes up by 1. I'm like, wow, that's how the Celtics are going to lose this game? But then Trae Young decides, I'm going to give you one back.
I saw that too.
Play this video here. Trae Young against, that's Derek White, driving to the lane. That's not as bad a foul as what Marcus Smart did, but you also got to know the situation. Under 10 seconds to go, up 1, move your feet, right?
Well, yes, move your feet, but Trae Young is not a guy that you say he can play defense.
Exactly.
And move his feet on defense. You know, he tries to fake it and move in front of you and make you travel or turn the ball over. So he's not that fundamental defender guy.
Let me just write that down. The quote there from Tim Hardaway was, Trae Young's not a guy that you think of as playing defense.
Correct.
I got that.
Correct. But, he tried to sell an offensive foul.
Try to get a charge on it, right?
Yeah, but it didn't work.
Right.
It didn't work. And
all right, so then White goes to the line.
Yes.
He makes both free throws, so now Boston's up 1.
Yes.
It was really like the Trae Young show, right? He giveth, he taketh, he giveth, and Atlanta goes to Game 6. Everybody thought this was a wrap, right?
Yes.
Boston Celtics were going to sweep them, maybe lose a game on the road, and now they're in a dogfight. You've experienced that. Tell me what goes on in the Celtic locker room after a loss like that at home.
Well, the Celtics was in control of that game all the way up until the 5-minute mark in the fourth quarter. If you look at them, they was up 10, 8, then back up 10, back up to 12, and they was in control of that game. And then they turned the ball over here and there and started missing shots. But, yeah, in the locker room, you're not doubting yourself, but you're looking around, you're saying, we got to go. We got to come out and win this game on the road. We can't give them life. We knew that Atlanta was going to at least win 1 at home. We knew that. I knew that there wasn't going to be a sweep.
Right.
But coming home, you have a chance to seize this, end it, and get ready to go to Philly, or Philly come to you all for Game 1 on Sunday. That's not going to happen. It's not no doubts, but it's like, man, we got to go to Atlanta and close this thing out. Now, like you said before, if this happens again in Game 6, then
there's actual pressure on him. TBS sets right in,
Yes. When you have an opponent where they're not all the way together, they're not fully healthy, well, in this instance, they don't have all their pieces. DeJounte Murray not available to play.
Well, he got suspended.
Correct, because he's suspended. You got to take care of business. The Celtics didn't do that. You give a team now confidence going back home. You're going to be in a hostile environment. They're going to feed off their crowd.
And they're going to be full
absolutely. You put yourself in the worst possible position if you're the C's, and your best player isn't performing the way that we know that he can. So I don't like the situation for the Celtics. I don't doubt that they'll get it done.
Right.
But if they don't win this game, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, the worst part of the whole thing now, though, is that Philadelphia, it's like the year of Philly. It's really ticking me off. I got to be honest about it. You know, their soccer team goes to the championship game. Of course they lose. You know, they go to the Super Bowl. Of course they lose. They go to the World Series. Of course they lose. And now they're sitting there going, our best player's got a bum knee. And thank God the Celtics can't close out Atlanta. Philly sits back and goes, 2 more days guaranteed of rest for the big fella. All this does is make it easier now for Philadelphia to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. And a week ago, I think we all would have agreed they can't beat the Celtics in a 7-game series. Now watching Boston fumble this thing away against Atlanta, I wouldn't be shocked if Philadelphia beats Boston in a 7-game series. I don't trust the Boston Celtics. Well, and that goes all the way back to the Revolutionary War. I'm not going to lie to you. You just can't trust people from that part of the country. You can't. They're British sympathizers, Tim Hardaway.
That's between you and them.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to talk about the game, all right? The game is that you're right. You give 76ers some more time to rest.
Yes.
All right.
2 big days minimum.
2 big days
and particularly
minimum.
Embiid.
And Joe Embiid is tweeting about, thank you, Trae Young. Thank you, Ice.
There's the tree right there. That's some good hoops.
Yeah, that's some good hoops. Yeah, it was some good hoops, but, you can't.
May I say one thing, though, Timmy? Him giving himself the name Joel Troel Embiid is the best part of that.
Well, you got to be innovative. You got to be, assertive about yourself. But I like Joel Embiid. He's genuine. He says what he feels, and
you would have been a pain in the ass if you played during the social media days.
Thank God we didn't have social media. Thank God.
I can only imagine Tim Hardaway on social media.
But it's that's going to be a good series. The next series, it's a lot of blood involved in that, and going back late.
That goes back 50 years.
Yeah, we just putting the Hawks to sleep.
Yes, we are. Boston's not losing 3 straight to Atlanta.
They're not going to lose. They're not going to lose 3 straight.
I don't believe that either.
Yeah,
we know that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
like you think another series is, but we get that.
Meanwhile, while Boston now has to play Game 6, what can you say about the Phoenix Suns? They played a wounded team. It was kind of like Philly beating the Niners in the NFC Championship game. They didn't have a quarterback. Well, I mean, the LA Clippers were missing both their quarterbacks, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. And at some point, someone's going to have the backbone to suggest that maybe Paul George and Kawhi Leonard don't earn their paycheck, because they don't. Now, whether it's a real injury or your family stuff that's going on with Kawhi, who the heck knows? Not for me to discuss a man's personal business, but when you pay a guy $45 million a year to be the star of your basketball team, which they pay both those guys, and neither guy's available to you, and you give them all the load management games that they ask for in the regular season, if I'm the owner of the Clippers, I'm ticked off. But I will say this. I will give Tyronn Lue a lot of credit. He still has a sense of humor. He put everything that happened last night as the Clippers got eliminated in perspective. With those guys healthy, we've never lost a series.
Well, we know that.
Have they ever played?
Right, we know.
Right?
We know that.
That's like me saying that last night, the combination of, me and Devin Booker went for 47 and 10. Yeah. Devin and I together had a great game last night.
You did.
Like, how do you even say that, right? Hey there. Thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.